So in this module and in the next module, we will discuss philanthropy. Philanthropy we have discussed a little bit before, but now we will discuss it in detail. So what is philanthropy? So literally, philanthropy means love of mankind. Today, we understand philanthropy as giving a large sum of money for some humanitarian purpose. So is philanthropy different from charity? Yes. Charity is reactive. Charity is for a small period of time. Charity is not concerned about elevating the real cause of the problem which you are trying to, which the person, which is the giver, is trying to decrease. Philanthropy is long term, is proactive. You think of this problem, it looks at bigger problems and tries to solve it. So both these terms are usually used interchangeably, but they are not similar. So charity is linked with Christianity. So for a long time, charity meant a Christian's love for one's fellows, meaning for other Christians. It was originally derived from a French word, charity, meaning love, mercy, besides charity. So the idea of charity linked with religion is there. Charities, of course, existed from times immemorial, but with the advent of Abrahamic religions, meaning Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, charity was linked with religious causes. So if you are not giving charity to some near or dear one, you will give, the idea was that you will give a charity for some religious purpose. So it can be a place of worship, a school such as a monastery or a madrasa, hospital, an almori, which means langar khana, an orphanage, or to help religious orders or khankas. So all these were one way or another related to religion. Another way of doing charity was to ransoming the captives or freeing the slaves. And it was also a religious act because it was sanctioned by the holy books, and of course the beneficiaries were usually co-religionists. So you were freeing slaves, which are mostly Muslims, and then you were ransoming captives, which were mostly Christians. So things began to change in the 18th century when the religious fervor decreased, at least in the Western world, and rich and influential people who initially thought of religious purposes, helping the religious orders or religious institutions, they started giving for other purposes, more secular purposes. So Thomas Coram in England in 1739, he established a hospital for the street children of London. So that was one of the first acts of philanthropy, which was not really related to religion in the modern times. Another then, a marine society was established in 1856 to aid the recruitment of men for Navy. In the US, charitable organizations similarly initially were linked with the religion. For example, the Quaker Society, or ethnic groups like the Charitable Irish Society of Boston. So initially, they were either religious or ethnic, but things again began to change, and Alexis de Tocqueville praised the American Society for its voluntarism and collaboration. And in the 19th century, philanthropy began to be popular in the US. George Peabody was one of the first philanthropists who established museums and libraries and housing for the poor. And then it was taken over by Andrew Carnegie, who made his fortune in steel, Rockefeller, who made his fortune in oil or petroleum, and Ford, who made his fortune in automobiles, to establish big foundations and donate billions for philanthropy. Thank you.